All right, how's it rocking in the free world, everybody? It's Drew Peoples from People's Collectibles, and we got another random little Walmart pickup. Uh, this is not Pokemon. I know it looks like Pokemon, but it's actually not. And speaking of which, yeah, it's about impossible to find, out in the wild at the current moment. Thought things would, smooth over into the new year, but we're still having the, I guess you could say, the leftover from Christmas with Prismatic Evolution, just around the corner, and just Pokemania back to the 2020 2021 era yet again. It's almost impossible to find, but you can still find a little bit of magic here and there. And I was quite happy. I found the last of the three tins. So previously I had opened up these two, Mabel and Raccoon Dude, and I was pretty happy about that because I actually want to build a few EDH decks specifically around Bloomsburrow, and actually make those decks with just cards specifically from this set. So it's actually kind of nice to have these tins to store like decks in, just having three of three, just a neat little thing. And of course I like these tins because these two promos here are about half the value of the tin, I'd say. So these are 25 bucks for the two promo cards and the 5 boosters, and you're looking at we could say $12 average, if you want to say that, right, for these two, the Patchwork Banner there and Liliana of the Dark Realms. So cool with that. And then over here, this is just a dumpster fire. I had gotten the Chaos box last time when I picked up this tin. They didn't have any Chaos boxes today. They had 2 of these, and this was retailed at 15 bucks here for 3 draft boosters and a promo card. And you can get a chase pack like Masters 25. And is it worth it? No. And I'm typically not a fan of these what is it, MJ Holding or whatever. Is that what it is? Yeah, MJ Holding. I'm typically not a fan of these kinds of products, but I was like, I'm not spending that money on Pokemon cards right now, apparently. So, hey, why not roll the dice with that and just see what's up? But definitely more excited about the Bloomsburrow Tin here. So we're going to get right into that today. And it's the same pack distribution. I remember the first time I opened this, I was like, what's going on? Why is there foundations in here? And it's crazy. Just like in Magic, reading the card explains the card. Yeah, reading the thing on the tin explains what's actually in the tin. Isn't that a crazy concept, everybody? Just because it says Bloomsburrow doesn't mean it's all Bloomsburrow packs. It is 5 Bloomsburrow packs, which makes sense. And the one of foundations is kind of nice. Last time I didn't really get any hits. I did get a Portal of Phyrexia in the Brothers War pack, but outside of that, I didn't really get anything. But I got a Heir Apparent, just a common from Foundations, but it's like a $5 common, so that's all groovy. And if you haven't seen these, we got the Patchwork Banner there, beautiful card. I mean, it's really a sweet card for any kind of tribal deck, or whatever the PC term they're using for tribal decks is now. I don't know. I'm a lightning rod of controversy. I say tribal and fat pack, and I've got a tattoo of Kaladesh on my back. All right. Can't remember the order. All right, I think that's the order. There we go. So we're starting with Karlov. Can we get a Surveil land to save our Heim? Now, so this is the third of these tins I've gotten. I don't think I've gotten anything in the Karlov packs yet. Anything like that, of note. So let's see today if we can do something cool here. All right. Private Eye. Nice little uncommon there. All right, what do we got? What do we got? And Lost in the Maze. All right, garbage card. It's an enchantment with Flash, X, and 2 blue. When Lost in the Maze enters the battlefield, tap X target creatures. Put a stun counter on each of those creatures you don't control, and tap creatures you control have hexproof. So, I mean, I called this a garbage card, and I didn't even know what it did. I've definitely seen this. I just haven't, read it or used it in anything. I mean, it's interesting enough. You know, it's not a bulk rare in the sense that it's unplayable in a format like Commander, but it's, you know, it's nothing to write home about, really. Oh, we got a foil rare here with, that's not a rare. I'm blind. Never mind. Bolrack, Clan Basher, can go bash himself in the back. We got a list card. All right, Death Cloud from, it's not Dark Steel. Shit. What was the name of that set? Is it? No. There's Fifth Dawn. Is that Dark? No. Whatever it is. It's Mirrodin block. Is it Mirrodin? Yeah. What was the other one? No. Okay, it's Mirrodin block. Whatever. Death Cloud, our list card here today. X and 3 black sorcery. Each player loses X life, then discards X cards from his or her hand, and sacrifices X creatures, then sacrifices X lands. I mean, cool enough. I believe I've pulled that in the list slot sometime in the recent past here. So not super psyched about it, but, you know, don't really see list cards quite as often nowadays. So still a nice little addition there. Not going to complain about that. Don't you know? All right. Off to Outlaws of Thunder Junction. We got like a Bristly Bill up in here. I did that before and it summoned him, so can we repeat success again? Answer, probably not. But are we going to try? Damn right we're going to try. All right. Becca Splitter Seconds. Remember when everyone was psyched about this? Right, so we got a 1 blue, black, red legendary creature 2/5 with menace. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, you get that many additional upkeep steps after this phase. A really cool commander to build around. But outside of that, you know, there's so many legendary creatures nowadays that it's cool to theory craft, but, you know, you can only have so many EDH decks, really. Primal Might for our showcase card. Not very exciting. So we're going to move on. Oh, and Crab for our foil. If you've ever had crabs before, it's not fun. Not that I would know. Just saying. I've heard such things on the internet and such. All right. We've got our 2 Bloomsburrow packs now for a bit of the redemption. We shall see. Pack 1 on the Bloomsburrow front. Can we get a Stormchaser's Talent? That's a rare that has recently spiked up. Oh my god. We fucking did it, man. Hell yeah. I summoned it. Yeah, that's a $20 rare now. Crazy, right? So yeah, I'm gonna try to flip this on the internet while it's still 20 bucks. And knowing my luck, it'll somehow become like 40 bucks or something real quick. But yeah, cool enchantment. I haven't actually read this. I think I've played this in Limited. So it is one of those class cards introduced originally in Adventures of the Forgotten Realms. So an enchantment that when you play it, it has I think all of them have an ETB trigger for the first ability. Is that true? I'm trying to think now if that's actually true. But I'm pretty sure. Is that true? No. There's the other one from Bloomsburrow, the white enchantment that you draw a card whenever a token enters the battlefield under your control once per turn. And I'm pretty sure that's the first ability. So technically, they're not all ETBs. But anyway, regardless of that point, here's what it does. For 1 blue, you get this enchantment class. When it enters, you make a 1/1 blue and red otter that has prowess. Then you can bring it up to level 2 for 3 colorless and a blue. When this class becomes level 2, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. And that's level 3 for 5 colorless and a blue. All right, cool. So my summoning powers still work. Can I like summon a calzone next? That'd be really cool. Oh, there we go. Our full art little land and our garbage. You're not garbage, Mr. Raccoon. It's okay. I'm like trying to think about like organizing stuff. And it's like, you know what? No, I'm good. Do that after I crack these packs. I ain't got time for that right now. We got packs to crack. All right. We got a Cruel Claws Heist, having read this card before. So let's see, it's 2 black for a sorcery. You can gift a card. So, if you, the gift mechanic in Bloomsburrow being that you can give something to an opponent, and if you do, you get an additional effect. So in this case, you can let your opponent draw a card. And it reads, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card. If the gift was promised, you may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast it. All right, I mean, that's kind of cool. Ooh, Rotten Mouth Viper for the Mythic right behind it. And this is one of the better Mythics, I believe. So it's 5 colorless and a black, and we're going to sleeve them up and give them the old... Okay, so Bloomsburrow really hit this time, because I don't think I've done too well on the Bloomsburrow packs in these tins, and we'll just check back here. Ooh, and we got a foil rare too with the Tender Wild Guide. I don't think this is one of the crazy rares or anything, but 2 rares, one of them being foil and one of the decent mythics. That's a bomb-ass pack. And then the Stormchaser's talent right before as well. What a 10. What a freaking 10. That's what's up. That is what's up. And this makes up for the loss of picking up this stupid mystery box over here that we're almost there. We got a Foundations pack still. There's still more. So anyway, Rotten Mouth Viper, 5 colorless and a black for a 6/6 elemental snake. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice any number of non-land permanents, and this spell costs 1 less to cast for each permanent sacrificed this way. When Rotten Mouth Viper enters or attacks, put a blight counter on it. Then for each blight counter on it, each opponent loses 4 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. So good stuff there. We're on to Foundations. Can we at least get a heir apparent? I was trying to make like a pun with that. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm not going to do that. Apparently, I'm not going to do that. Ah, there we go. I still did it. Still freaking did it. All right. Oh, there he is. Ha, 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 ha. Shit, man. This is a bomb fucking 10. Can we really hit a home run and get like, I was going to say Terror of the Peaks. What's the guy's name? The Twin Flame Tyrant? Who's the other vampire guy? Who's the other vampire guy? Can't remember. Other vampire guy, are you there? What? That's not the rare. Vampire guy. All right. Krenko, Mob Boss. OG Krenko reprint there with the new art. So yeah, just OG Krenko. You tap him and you make X 1/1 red goblins, where X is the number of goblins you control. And he's a 4-mana 3/3. Iconic. Not like valuable or anything, but iconic for sure. For sure. Okay, well, that was an awesome freaking 10, man. We got our heir apparent again. We got a Rotten Mouth Viper. We got a Stormchaser's talent. We got our promos, of course. Random little, list card. Woo, lost to the maze. All right. Mystery box time. Time to, to go downhill now. Time to say, hey, let's just throw away all that luck for one of these stupid MJ Holdings products. All right. Getting excited. And there were only 2 of these, and the other one was a bit damaged. And I liked how, this looked mostly intact and everything. And I was like, you know what? Let's roll the dice. So it's looking like, what is that? Midnight Hunt, Bloomsburrow, and Brothers War. That's our promo. Oh, just kick the promo out. What do we got there? Welcoming Vampire. This is a promo that's been in quite a bit of the MJ Holdings mystery box things. I believe the Chaos boxes before, this is the one that I was getting. I know the last one, I got the Headless Hunter, but I remember getting the Welcoming Vampire promo from them as well. All right. And... oh, shit! Okay. Just so everyone can see, that was in fact the middle pack. Okay, well, that's cool. Now, are we actually going to get anything from Masters 25 pack? And again, that's kind of the issue that I have with the whole... Why are you off screen? Stay right here. There you go. We want to make sure we can see you. One of the issues with these kinds of things is that even if you get the hit, right? Masters 25 pack can still just have some absolute garbage. So I'm not just trying to be like, completely negative or anything. It's just an honest assessment of what this is, which, what it is gambling. And, there's nothing wrong. Well, there is something wrong with gambling, but I think if you're going to gamble, at least be smart about it and try to make bets that the probability is more so in your favor than it's not, right? And I guess we'll go backwards here because I want to do the Masters 25 last. So Brothers War would be the most recent set. And the other reason that I like the Chaos box more is those are set boosters, whereas these are just draft boosters. So obviously draft boosters, on average, you're not going to get as good of hits in them as you would in a set booster. But, and this is kind of a positive and negative, there's more variability with the draft boosters because set boosters only existed from Zendikar Rising up through, was it Lost Caverns of Ixalan? Yeah, because then it was Karlov Manor after that, if I'm remembering correctly. So you only have a short time frame there, right? End of 2020 to end of 2023? Is that right? Yeah, I want to say Lost Caverns of Ixalan was the end of 2023. So you only have a 3-year period there that set boosters were a product made by Wizards. So there's only so many set boosters that you can get. But then, obviously, the positive of greater variability with the draft boosters is you can get stuff like Masters 25 apparently. All right. Brothers War. Lorna the Third Path. All right. Now, I remember when this was a like $10 plus rare. I don't think it's there anymore, but it's still a very, very solid card. And if you don't know her, she's a 3-mana, 2/1 legendary human artificer. With vigilance, and when she enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, and you can tap her for you and target opponent to each draw card. So super, super solid little card there. Talisman for our retro artifact. Still haven't got my Mox Amber. And another little full art land there. Cool stuff. Innistrad, Midnight Hunt. Can we get a Meat Hook Massacre? Let's just, all the luck. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Can we do it? We will see. Meat Hook. Are you there? And Slaughter Specialist. 2 mana, 3/3 Vampire Warrior. When she enters, each opponent makes a 1/1 token. And whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you put a 1/1 counter on her. Not a terrible card, but I would definitely put her in. I would consider that like a bulk rare. For a second, I thought this was foil. Does that look different than the... I've seen a ton of the Crimson Vow ones. I feel like that looks different. No, I think I'm just tripping myself out. Ignore me, please and thank you. Does that not... Obviously, it's a little hard to see on the camera, but the borders, not like these borders, but like the purple borders there. I mean, I feel like that looks different. Like it's giving it like kind of like a hollow glow, even though it's definitely it's not hollow because you would see a star down here. Okay, no, I think I'm just tripping myself out, man. Masters 25. I was out of Magic when this came out. Let's see. What's the year on this thing? So I've never opened one of these packs before. It probably would make more sense to just keep it, but I hate loose packs. Okay, 2018. So yeah, I had gotten back into Magic with Guilds of Ravnica. And what was it? Ravnica Allegiance, War of the Spark, that block. So this would have been, I guess, the summer before that. All right. Don't know what's good in this set, but let's see. Take a trip down memory lane here. Mob flunkies. Okay, this is exciting. It's like, it looks a little bent. No, it's all good. All right. Lunarch Mantle. Horror of the Broken Lands. Elvish Aberration. And today we're playing the game. Can Drew read? We'll see. You know, I was only an English teacher for so long. Arcane Denial. Pretty solid common. I feel like that's a couple bucks nowadays, right? It's a 2-mana instant counter target spell. So a counter spell, right? Its controller may draw up to 2 cards at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep, and then you draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. So, you know, obviously any counter spell that just straight up counters a spell, even if it's giving your opponent 2 cards later and you just 1 card, the fact that it's a colorless in a blue as opposed to 2 blue, you know, you can make it cost 1 generic less, and then you got a 1 mana counter anything, which pretty solid. Yeah, definitely one of the better just counter any spell kind of cards out there. Disenchant. I don't think I've seen this this artwork before, so that's kind of cool. Self-assembler. Epic Confrontation. Skirk Commando. Pacifism. Another card. I mean, nowadays, I mean, you know, in most sets they have a pacifism, like maybe not most sets, but you know what I'm trying to get at. Like, same thing with like counterspell, like a cancel, right? Nowadays, like, I don't think anyone would play a cancel in a deck because there's almost always a better counterspell than cancel. Anything that's like a 1 generic 2 blue cancel anything, there's probably some additional text on that card, right? So same thing with pacifism. There's so many enchantments that do this kind of thing nowadays that, you know, just running a regular old, you know, old school pacifism doesn't make as much sense no more. Fiend Hunter. Innistrad. Blue Elemental Blast, right? It's pretty solid uncommon, I'd say. You know, from OG Alpha. 1 blue instant. Right, choose 1. Counter target red spell or destroy target red permanent. I remember a buddy was trying to get me into, I think it was Legacy back in the day. And he was like, yeah, you could do Painter Elemental and Blue Elemental Blast and Red Elemental Blast. And it's, you know, not that much fun, but it's cheap enough. And it's access into the format. I'm like, okay, cool, man. Nyx Fleece Ram from Born into Nyx. Remember this set? Hell's Care. Oh, is that the rare? Fuck, that is the rare. No! Anyway, 4 mana, 1/1, sacrifice creature, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only during your upkeep. Alright, so let's see. What's left back here? Is there still a card? Is that just a land? Shit, I think it's just land. Alright. Is it just land or do we get like a cool foil? Alright, well, it is a Skirk Commando. Didn't we get one of those up here too? Let's see. I remember saying that name. Yep, there he is. So we got a Skirk Commando, foil, and non-foil. I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. You know, and this is one of the, like, you know, not every single pack has a foil. So like a foil rare there would have been super duper cool. Yeah, this is, you know, kind of funny. Like, you know, we're more excited about the commons and uncommons here than the rare. Yeah, I mean, Hell's Caretaker, you know, originally printed in Legends, but that's a card that I don't think I've ever seen anyone play. Oh, that is a cool morph token. That's hilarious. I'm more excited about the token than I am the fucking rare. Because I do have a morph deck, and I haven't seen this art for morph before. So that's, you know, that's actually exciting. So that and the common and the uncommon in the Masters 25 pack, more exciting than the rare. But You know what? Got a Masters 25 pack in a thing that said there was a chance, which who knows what the actual chance was. Cool. All right. Yeah, this was actually a lot more exciting than I was expecting. Good stuff. I'm glad that I did this, and I'm hope that you were glad for watching, listening, whatever. So again, it's Drew Peoples from Peoples Collectibles. I'm gonna go sign off and maybe go play in the snow when I wake up tomorrow. We shall see. Hope everyone stays safe out there, depending on where you are. Weather is crazy, at least over here in the southeast of the U.S. and the world's just crazy in general. So yeah, just be safe as rule of thumb or something. All right, I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces now.